Hi again. My name is Heather and I am an NT dating an Aspie. I wanted to make a quick video on the topic of special interests. This is a term that I have seen thrown around that I never really heard before, I guess, before we started dating. And I want to say that if your loved one or the person that you are interested in has very different interests than you, at least in my case, this is very common. Now, I will say in my experience, my experience with him, he does have some interests that are very common to other people. He loves to fish. He loves to hunt. Very, very obsessed with it. I mean, extremely obsessed with it. But then again, he has the odd ones, the odd interests that nobody in my entire life has ever approached me and said this is what they're really into. We were camping and he brought along his metal detector and spent hours and hours looking for weird oddball screws and beer cans under the ground with this metal detector. I mean, that was different. That was a first for me. He loves to go gold mining, gold panning with the bowl. Very different. Didn't know anybody did that anymore. He's extremely interested in online trading, such as like Bitcoins. Those kind of online trading. He is like obsessed with it. I mean, he wakes up in the morning and before he even says good morning to me, he's checking his online accounts for these trading sites and seeing if there's any good ones that he can buy and any ones that he can sell. And I mean, this is like something he checks as the rest of the world is looking at Facebook and Instagram and Snapchat and whatever ones you're looking at these days. He's looking at Bitcoins. Weird. I have to say, this was a first for me. One thing that I want to say is that being the person that's dating him, he's extremely interested in this stuff. And it completely obsesses him. He thinks about these hobbies from the moment he wakes up until the moment he goes to bed. And he's constantly thinking of goals and what does he want to do with these and what does he need to get better at and practice in order to do these things. He's constantly practicing his hunting skills and buying hunting books so that he can learn more about the animals and that where they're going to be found and how to hunt them and which kind of tips are best for archery. I mean, these are things that he obsesses about, and he spends hours and hours and days that he researches and thinks about these things. And there's times where he will almost forget that we're dating. And I'm not saying the whole day or anything, but yeah, he will get so focused on these special interests that he forgets. Time just stops. I mean, there's been times where I don't hear from him for hours and hours. And in his mind, it's only been a couple hours since we last, sent a quick text, a meaningless text. To him, it's only been a couple hours. To me, with my phone, it's been 5 or 6 hours, And he just totally gets lost in that. And that is something that has caused a lot of fights between us. And it has taken a lot of understanding and a lot of soul searching. And it's really tested my security levels and how secure am I in this relationship. And I took offense to it and I got upset about it and felt like I should be more of a priority. And, you could argue that either way. But it's something that I'm learning as part of who he is, and it's the way his brain works. And when I'm not with him, when I'm not there, when he's by himself, that's what focuses him. And he doesn't ignore me completely, but this is something that I think is a huge, I'm guessing, controversy in a lot of relationships that probably make people like me, the person dating an Aspie, feel very alienated, feel very left out, very forgotten, and it can be a very lonely place to be. And I want to let you know, if your loved one tries to include you in these special interests, even if they do not interest you, even if they are not something you ever in a million years thought that you would want to do it. Because the fact that they are asking you to be part of it is their way of expressing to you how much they care about you, how much they value you, that they want to share something that special with you, because their relationship to these interests is almost like a relationship to a person. Like, for instance, I'm going to be going hunting with my man this year, in a month, actually. Hunting season starts, and I'm a vegan. I don't eat meat, but he's asked me to go hunting with him, and he wants to have me by his side. He doesn't want to go hunting by himself, and I'm going to swallow my pride and go hunting with him, because I would rather be with him than be away from him. And he talks about all of these trips with me, includes me, talks about them with me, talks about where we're going to camp, where we're going to set up his shooting tents, blinds, they're called blinds. You know, this is an honor. If your loved one is asking you to participate in something that they care about, when you reject them, you are rejecting that person. They feel rejected. That is something that is very important, and I know that's something that his ex would never do with him. She never did anything with him, and it means a lot. It means so much to him when I say, yeah, I'll go do this with you. Yeah, I'll watch you find metal in the ground, you know? I mean, these are things I've never done before, but they're things that are important to him. And now we're doing all these things together, and you know, it's fun. I'm learning new hobbies. He bought me a bow and arrow, and we're shooting arrows together. No, I will not be hunting, but it's just kind of for fun that I'm doing it. But he bought me a bow and arrow, and so we can do that together. And you know, there's all these things that now we're doing together. We're going camping, looking for good hunting spots together. You know, this is something I probably would have never done and haven't ever done with anybody else. And now we're doing it together. And if your loved one is asking you to do things, say yes. It means the world to them. It shows you that you respect them, that you take them seriously, that you care about things that they're interested in, and it allows them to let you in their world a little bit, let you into what they're passionate about. And one thing that I want to say before I end this video, one thing that I love about Aspergers, and something I'm noticing as a trait, is like, he's not a TV guy. He doesn't like movies. We don't watch TV. Doesn't even have a TV. He's not into music. We play guitar, but he's not into like sitting around listening to music. He hates sports. I mean, for someone like me, you don't know how much that is music to my ears. I am so tired of hearing people scream at the TV, and how many days and hours and years of my life has been destroyed by football games and basketball games, and I'm not even going to go into it, but he wants to do these things together, and I love that, and I'm glad and I'm honored that he wants to do them with me. So I'm going to end this video before it gets any longer, but I just hope that you lift your head up, you show that loved one of yours how much you care about them, you put a smile on your face, and you remember that they love you. They're trying to let you in their world, and the more that you reject them, the more their walls will go up. So if you are struggling in this area, if you are struggling to understand their passions, just listen. Just listen. Just show interest, ask questions. You don't have to be totally into it. That's not the point. The point is that you show them that you care about them. The point that you respect them. The point that you are going to support them. That you care about what goes through their mind. That you care about what they think about. And ask them why. Why does this mean so much? Why? I mean, we have had some huge debates between hunter and vegan. They weren't always good debates, but why do you feel this way? Why are you so passionate about it? Why is this so important to you? What is the drive behind, you know? And this is very, very deep conversations, and he loves deep conversations. And, you know, ask questions. Show that you're interested. And anyways, I'm going to say goodnight before it rains on me anymore. I wish you guys a great day. Hit the subscribe button down below if any of this resonated with you, and I will see you in the next video.